we still are in this kind of void of not knowing. So what's your take on, like, what we should be doing to start planning our resolutions?
Well, I think even though we're in a holding pattern, it's still, we still have a lot of things that are in our control. And a lot of times our resolutions don't have to do with things that are, they have to do with things that are like really particular to us and that we control in our own mindset and our own physical bodies. So I think we can still manage those in a year like this one. I mean, I know we're in the midst of all the holiday mayhem right now, plus the pandemic, but with 2021 right around the corner, I think now is actually a great time to look at what we'd like to aspire to in the new year. And yes, I mean, even coming out of a year like 2020, we are allowed to aspire. We're allowed to dream big and dream of how we want things to be. In fact, I think it's actually helpful for our spirits that we do so, that we think of those things that we want to see happen because they are coming. We're just in this little bit of a holding pattern right now, but it is coming. Now, I know thinking about our goals for 2021 in general can bring up a lot of emotional energy, especially around things that we had hoped to do in 2020 but didn't get to. I know that I was planning to learn to drive this year, but COVID made driving lessons pretty much a no go. And that's okay, it happens. But we all know that 2020 was an unprecedented year. And if you're still here listening to this, then give yourself a vigorous and hearty dose of praise. Give yourself a pat on the back just for making it through. You're here. And we're here. And we're making it through. And we're going forward. So let's get into that. I mean, I actually love New Year's resolutions. And here's why. It's because there's this tide of energy with a whole group of people who are acknowledging this time of year as a new beginning and all trying something new together at the same time. There's an energy in the sheer number of people that are doing this all at once. And we can harness that group vigor, that group energy for our own efforts. One of the things that I think makes this time of year so special for new beginnings. And yes, this is because I have some magical practice in my life, but it's the winter solstice, because every day following the solstice moves just a little bit more into the light. And that's a great parallel and analogy for our own stepping forward with our goals. So as we harness that energy of moving into the light incrementally, I want you to consider starting a little early on those new goals and aspirations for 2021. Start thinking about and imagining what you'd like to shift now and beginning adding those new practices into your life in these weeks leading up to the new year. You know, a lot of times New Year's resolutions, they go totally off the rails because we haven't acknowledged our need for incremental change. A lot of times we think that on January 1st, just overnight, snap, it's going to change. Our habits are going to change. Our mindset's going to change. That's actually not very easy to do like that, cold turkey. So incremental change, let's bring a little bit of that in. So if you can start implementing a little bit of the changes that you want to have in your life now and ramp up to January 1st, you're in a much better situation because you'll be more likely to maintain those aspirations you're aiming for. If you want to be practicing a new instrument 5 times a week, start doing it a couple times a week now. It's a great approach to these shifts to be moving in the direction of what you want. You don't need to have arrived yet. Just move in the direction, one step after another in the direction. Just as we get almost imperceptible few more minutes of sunlight each day, and then eventually it's summer. How did it happen? Just a little bit at a time. So we can work like that too. So I hope that this week you'll find a little pocket of time to imagine your 2021. Just to have a nice daydream. Like just, put on some moody music and have a little CBD oil and just get chill and just imagine 2021 and how cool it could be and how you want to shift yourself. Make that list of aspirations, check it twice, and then start sprinkling them in a little bit into your week. I think this is going to be a great way to get it through. So 2021 is going to be a great year. It is. We've decided it. It's going to be a great year. We can do this. And that's what I got.